Good morning students. Welcome to our YouTube channel of Gyan Manjari Modern School. Myself Rachna Shukla is back again with Standard 9 subject SS and our ongoing chapter is lesson number 1, Rise of British Rule in India. This is our second video. In the first video we learned about how the Britishers came to India, how they discovered the sea route to India and they started trading in India. All of you know that there was a huge demand of Indian spices, cotton, cloth and other tea beverages and many other things in European countries. Then we saw that there was an old route through which Europeans came to India, but that was closed by the Turkish Muslims because that was captured. Constantinople was the place through which Europeans were coming to India, but as that place was captured by the Turkish Muslims, so the Europeans had to find a new sea route to India, and that route, who found it? So Vasco da Gama was the first person. He was from Portugal and he found the new sea route to India. He started his journey from Portugal and reached Calicut in India, that is the southernmost part of India. Now we will see our next topic, that is arrival of Europeans. So all of you know that Europeans were trading with India since many ancient times. The first people who arrived in India were the Portuguese. So a man of Portugal, that is Vasco da Gama, find the new sea route to India, and after that Portuguese were the people who started their journey, who started trading regularly with India. So the first 5 places where the Portuguese entered, they captured the places and started trading where Diu, Daman, Goa, Cochin and Malacca. Cochin and Malacca are the places in the southernmost part of India. Diu is in Gujarat, Daman is also in Gujarat and Goa, a separate state after Maharashtra. So these people first of all came to the coastal area of India, that is Diu, Daman, Goa, Cochin and Malacca, and they established their territories, the Portugal territories in these places. Then after Portugal people, the Dutch were inspired many small European countries. See, now Europe is a big continent. I have already shown you the map of Europe in your 8th standard, and I think that all of you have your map of Europe. So you can now see from the map that where is Dutch and Denmark, Holland and Denmark, countries in the continent of Europe. So after inspiring with the Portuguese people, after that the Dutch people. So the Dutch are from Holland. Holland people are known as Dutch. These people also came to India for trading purpose. And the Danish people. The Danish are the people from the Denmark country, a very small country in Europe. Holland and Denmark are very small countries in Europe. It is nearby Portugal only. So these both people also came to India for the trade purpose by getting motivation from Portugal people. After that, the East India Company, that means the people of the British people, they also came to India and they were known as English traders in India. They came to India and they tried to establish a company that is known as East India Company. Now what happened? In 1600 AD, we are talking about 1600 AD. This is 2020. So almost many years ago, Queen Elizabeth was the king at that time of Britain. We are talking about Britain country, one of the country of Europe. She gave the permission to whom? To East India Company, that you can go to India and trade with India. So Queen Elizabeth was the person who gave the permission to East India Company, the English traders that were from Britain, the country Britain, and they came to India after getting permission in 1600 AD. So the first ship of the East India Company was controlled by Captain Sir William Hawkins and it arrived in Surat. Where did it came? It came in Surat, and Surat is in Gujarat. Sir William Captain Hawkins came to India, and he was a Britisher, English traders who was coming from Britain, that is from Europe. But at that time, you already know, there was a great dominance. Dominance means power. There was the power of Portuguese people in India in some of the territories. So there was also the dominance of Portuguese people in Surat. So the East India Company could not stand against these Portuguese people. They could not trade in front of Portuguese people. So what they did, they tried to convince our Indian kings. What they did, they tried to convince our Indian kings. At that time, Mughal Emperor Jahangir. Who was that? He was the Mughal Emperor Jahangir of Surat. They tried to take permission from this emperor, Mughal Emperor Jahangir. He gave the permission to the English traders. The ship who was controlled by William Hawkins, this person, Mughal Emperor Jahangir, gave the permission to East India Company, and so the East India Company first established their center in 1613 AD in Koti in Surat. I mention the name again. The first center was Surat in 1613 AD, that also Koti, and it was established by East India Company, that was by English traders, and that was at Surat. Now what happened next? They controlled the places of Surat, Bharuch and Ahmedabad. That means they started trading with the places Surat, Bharuch and Ahmedabad. All these places are in Gujarat. Now, but in the western part, at that time, in this year 1600 AD, there was a strong presence of Marathas. Marathas had a control over the western part of India. There was a strong presence or the dominance of Marathas. So the East India Company could not stand with or could not stand in front of Marathas as there was strong power. So what they did, they went to the south and eastern part of India. Where they went? They went to the southern and eastern part of India. And in southern part, they went to Machilipatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Where is Machilipatnam? Machilipatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Chennai and Kolkata. So the East India Company left the western part of India and went towards the south. They established their trade centers in south, and that is Machilipatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Chennai and Kolkata. These were the three places, the main three places where the East India Company established their trade centers, and they started trading from these three places. Now the French people are from France, the country France, a very small country in Europe. You can see the names of all these countries in your map. So now came the French people, that means the French East India Company came to India in 1668 AD by getting inspiration from the British East India Company or the East India Company, and the French established their trade centers in Mahe, Karaikal, Pondicherry and Chandranagar. So these places are also in the south of India, and all these places are coastal areas. Why coastal areas? Why they were choosing only coastal areas? Because these were the areas that were easily accessible through sea route. They can easily go from India to European countries via sea route that was discovered by Vasco da Gama. So Mahe, Karaikal, Pondicherry and Chandranagar were the four places where the French East India Company established their rule in 1668 AD. Now what happened? See, now there was a clash, there was a competition between the East India Company, that means this, the English traders, the Britishers and the French East India companies. There was a clash between these two countries. There was a big competition between these two countries, and so 3 wars took place between the foreigners itself in our country. Not between the Indians and the foreigners, but there was a clash between the French East India Company and East India Company English traders. So due to the competition and due to the supremacy, trying to involve supremacy over India, so 3 Karnataka war took place in the year 1746 and 1763. In these wars, French East India Company lost all the 3 wars. They could not withstand against the superpower East India Company, and so they had to give up, and only these places, that is Mahe, Karaikal, Pondicherry and Chandranagar, were left with French East India Company, and the British East India Company tried to improve their power and tried to conquer more places, and their places were Andhra Pradesh, Chennai and Kolkata. Portuguese remained with Diu, Daman, Goa, Cochin and Malacca. These were the places that were captured by Portugal people. These places, Mahe, Karaikal, Pondicherry, Chandranagar, were taken over by French East India Company because these French people lost all the 3 wars, Karnataka wars, against the British East India Company. And finally, a very small group, that Dutch, that is Holland and Danish people that are from Denmark, they lost, they did not do anything in India, and within a short period of time, these both people returned back to their country. Finally, who was the supreme power? The British East India Company remained in India, and they tried to conquer whole of India. And how did they start? That we will see in our next video, that how the British East India Company started ruling in India, started capturing different parts of India. Finally, in this, we learned about the arrival of Europeans. That is, the first people that came to India were the Portuguese people. They established their trade centers at Diu, Daman, Goa, Cochin and Malacca. Getting inspiration from these Portuguese people, the Dutch from Holland and Danish from Denmark also arrived in India for trading purpose. Then after that, again one group came to India, that is the English traders, establishing their company, the East India Company. The permission to East India Company was given by Queen Elizabeth in year 1600 AD. The first captain, that is Sir William Hawkins, who controlled the ship of East India Company, arrived at Surat. But at that time, the Portuguese had a great dominance over that area. So, Mughal Emperor Jahangir of Surat gave the permission to whom? To the British East India Company, and slowly with this person's help, they established a trade center in Surat in 1613 AD. After that, they established their trading centers at Surat, Bharuch and Ahmedabad. But at that time, there was a strong presence of the Marathas in the western part of India and the south. So these people, the East India Company, went to the southern and eastern part of India, and they established their trade centers at Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh, the place is Machilipatnam, Chennai and Kolkata. After that, the French East India Company came to India. These were the people that came from France. France is a small country in Europe. In 1668 AD, they established their trading centers in Mahe, Karaikal, Pondicherry and Chandranagar. These all places are in the southern part of India. That is, either it is in Kerala, Tamil Nadu or Karnataka. Then 3 Karnataka wars took place, between which 2 So it took place between the French East India Company and the East India Company, that is English traders. In this war, this French East India Company lost all the 3 wars, and the East India Company remained in India, tried to control the India and started trading with India. Now Portuguese remained only with these places, French people remained with these 3 places, and the Dutch and the Danish returned back to their country. The next topic, that is our Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar, we will see in our next part. Now you have to write down your homework, that means you have to note down your question and find out the answers from your textbook. So start noting down your question. This is your 16th question, students. I have given you first 15 question in your previous video. So this is your 16th question. Note down the 16th number. The question is, who were the first people to arrive in India for trade? 17th one, which territories were under the control of Portuguese people? I think all these answers you will find out right on the board itself if you have listened this video carefully. So find out your answers by yourself by reading your textbook. 18th number, who established the East India Company? Who established the East India Company to carry out trade with India? 19th number, who was inspired by Portuguese to trade in India? Who was inspired by Portuguese people to trade in India? 20 number, who gave the permission to East India Company to carry out trade with Eastern countries? I repeat once again, who gave the permission to East India Company to carry out trade with Eastern countries? 21 number, who gave the permission to trade with East India, who gave the permission to East India Company to trade in Surat and when? That is this. I repeat once again, 21 number, who gave the permission to East India Company to trade in Surat and when? Number 22, who was the captain of the first ship which arrived in Surat? Who was the captain of the first ship which arrived in Surat? Next, 23 number, where did the British East India Company establish its trade centers in the western part of India? See, listen, these are the western part of India. Where did the British East India Company establish its trade centers in the western part of India? 24 number, who was very strong in the western part of India at that time? Who was very strong in the western part of India? 25 number, where was the headquarters of British East India Company and in which year? Where was the headquarters of British East India Company and in which year? 26 number, when did the French East India Company arrive in India for trade? I repeat, 26 number, when did the French East India Company arrive in India for trade? 27 number, where did the French East India Company establish their trade centers in India? Once again, 27 number, where did the French East India Company establish their trade centers in India? 28 number, how many wars were there between French East India Company and British East India Company? Once again, how many wars were there between French East India Company and British East India Company? The last one, who left India forever? The last one is who left India forever. So, students, this was all about our second part, that is SS lesson number 1, Rise of British Rule in India. You have to complete your work, that is you have to find the answers of these questions and submit it in your WhatsApp group. Please make a separate SS fair book and note down all these answers. These are the 1 mark answer that you have to write in your fair book, and click a photo and paste it in your WhatsApp group. That was all for today. In the next part, I will come back again with Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.